My name's John Hunter. I run Cuestars, which is competition in the south of England. Also created the Cuestars Academy, which is practice routines. Got another red egg timer routine to share with you today. These have been very popular on the channel. This one aimed really new starters, I think. So if you want to get better at practicing the black of the spot, I think this is a good training routine for you. Now you'll see I popped a red on the black spot, and I've got the red egg timer there ready to go. So I've got the other 14 reds there. I've got the colours lined up in sequence. You'll notice, I think you can see from the camera angle, that this yellow is just above this red, so it's just above it. And then you can see I've got the other colours lined up. They're about a couple of centimetres apart, and the black is level with the pink spot. So you can see these colours are halfway between the side cushion here and the middle of the table. So as with all these egg time routines, the idea is to try and make these 6 pots before the reds run out. Okay, so first pot then, just above the black, just a little off straight. Well, as I said, just above the red on the black spot, and just, you know, I don't go into any detail about technique. This is all about training. The only little tip I would give you, you'll see it in all the pros, just get your head lined up nicely behind the shot. So good starting position, so that you're lined up, you've got a good view of the shot before you get down. And then, like some of the people, coaches and players talk about, once you are down there, you can just make little micro adjustments, but only tiny little adjustments, nothing more than that. So this, getting yourself in a good position to start with, is very important. And then what I'm doing now is this is training again. I'm trying to make these shots instinctive. So I just drop down on the shot and take aim. So it isn't off straight. So I'm sort of just aiming just a tiny little bit left of center on the object ball, and I'm hitting the middle of the cue ball for these shots. And now I move to the green. So I now need to adjust my aim because I'm higher on this red now on the black spot. So I just make that adjustment again, get that head in a good position, drop down on the shot. And of course, another important thing as you're playing these shots, just try and stay down on them. Just make sure you stay down in your training. It's a good tip. I know it's something Ronnie O'Sullivan mentioned. You think how fast he plays his snooker, but he says in training he just slows everything down, because he knows once the adrenaline's pumping in his matches, then he's going to just naturally play at a faster pace. So again, head in a nice position behind the shot. I'm now getting close to this half ball angle. I haven't quite reached it. Now, you'll get better at spotting these angles the more you train, the more you practice. It may be a good idea when you first do this, is just to do 15 of each and work through it that way. I'm showing you the red egg timer method because there'll be coaches out there, possibly they'll be watching this video, and it's fantastic. Who, you know, especially if you've got junior players, because they're obviously mindful these reds are running out and they want to try and make these 6 pots before they do. Okay, so again, just drop down into position. Again, I'm going to play this as it's done, so the white comes back to me. And that just saves me time. But of course, if you wanted to, you could do this so that you were bringing your white that side of the table. It'd be okay, because it's still quick enough just to grab the cue ball and put the next red up. So now we're getting to the tougher pots. Obviously, as the angle gets thinner, then the pot gets more difficult, but nothing changes with the method. Again, I make my judgment. I set up so that I'm nicely behind the shot, and then I think I've said in the videos before, or videos I've done before, I just call it like swivel and shoot. You just turn your hips out of the way, because obviously you don't want this hip in the way. So as you drop down, just move the hip out of the way. Again, it's very natural, really. If you know, probably the more you think about it, the bigger mess you'll make of it. So just do what feels instinctive and right, and you'll find the right stance as well, because it'll be dependent on how tall you are, your shape, your size. So all our stances are going to be different. Right, so I drop down on this one now. So now I am very, very close probably to the hard ball. Again, I'm just playing this as a stun. There you go. And then with any train I'm doing, I'm trying to, just trying to make a smooth stroke on the shot. So I'm always looking for feedback on that to see how I'm hitting the ball. So whatever little training thing I'm doing, I'm always looking for that good feedback, good strike. Right, now to the pink one. Now it's quite a thin shot. Again, you could just roll these in, cut these in if you're just starting out, plain ball them, so don't put any spin on the white. I'm trying to put a little bit of spin, so I'm just making these shots a little bit harder. So again, here I'm going to be low on the cue ball. I'll bring the white back to me. Okay, it's just so saves me time. I can grab it, play the next shot. Right, so now we've got the thin cut back, the thinnest one of the lot. So just this final one to go. And this time again, I'm just going to make it straightforward. So I'm just going to plain ball this. This one I call like an edge to edge. Okay, in she goes. And so if you do it like that and you don't miss a ball, then you'll find you'll have 9 reds left. The way that I score these red egg timer routines, for those of you that haven't watched any of these videos yet, the scoring system's the same all the way through. I'm going to get 27 points for getting all the pots, and then a further 9 points for the reds that I've got left. So the most you can score on these routines is 36 points. It's a really good way to measure how, so if you've got people, if you're a coach and you've got people you're training, then it's a good way to measure their improvement. If you're just starting out in snooker and you want to get better at potting that black off the spot, I think this is the ideal training routine for you. And don't be, definitely, if you've got enough time, perhaps do 15 pots on each colour, so that you really are starting to get instinctive, start to play these shots without thinking, because that's the secret of being good at sport, really, is to try and do as much as you can without having to overthink it. So it's all, it's natural, and that's what the training is all about. Anyway, massive thanks for watching me waffle on, which I expect to have. And if you're enjoying these videos, please give them a thumbs up. I think there's a notifications button that you can click as well to let you know when a new video comes up, because I think YouTube's being pretty unkind to sort of grassroots channels like this. They're looking after the big boys now. So I think, so to fight back, please also, to help me fight back, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Anyway, massive thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another one of these videos very soon. Take care. Bye.